Well, it all starts from what I was told was Blackjack Lanza was an agent, and I had a match with Skip at the Bradley Center in Milwaukee. And for some reason, he reported it back to the office, a spectacular match, this, and that. Well, maybe we need to do something with this guy. And as far as I know, when I walked into TV, I don't know if it was State College, PA, or Wilkesboro. Um, Pat Patterson needed to speak to me. It wasn't right away. It was it was before TV, it was after catering. Sat down for maybe 10 or 15 minutes. He has this idea. I don't know if it's going to last. We're going to try it and whatnot. Well, I mean, not only I did that, paid per views and WrestleMania dark matches and commercials for karate fighters. I mean, I was getting major interviews, captain of my team of Survivor Series, King of the Ring, in your house matches, anything that involved anything, I was involved in.
Yeah.
I mean, and it only lasted a year, and I'm grateful, but I think it could have went longer, and it could have. They could have did other things, but what are you going to do? I'm fulfilling my dream. I'm grateful, but I've seen other guys gimmick after gimmick after gimmick, and they're still there 10, 20 years. You know what I mean? That's
True.
the politics of pro wrestling, I guess.
So,
You know,
yes, I hear you. Glenn Jacobs would be a good exexample of someone, Isaac Yankem, Fake
right,
Diesel, we
right.
kept going through it until we found Kane. But with you, your introduction to, like, again, as a superstar in my book was beating Skip. But then
Yeah,
you beat Skip at SummerSlam, and then you were involved at Survivor Series 95 as well. But
right.
in the middle of this, in Skip's life, he's having kind of a problem with, at the time, Sonny, who the relationship with. Shawn
Mhm.
Michaels is getting involved here and there.
Yeah.
Did you see the beginnings of this? Because obviously you're traveling the world, you're doing your thing. Are you
Mhm.
seeing or hearing that, hey, I think Skip and Sonny might have an issue here?
I'm going to be honest with you, Steve. When I'm on the road, I put a different switch on. It's I'm Mr. Technical Barry Horowitz. It's getting to the town on time. It's getting transportation. It's getting to the gym. It's business,
Right.
and then getting to the building early to warm up, stretch, get my match down. It's all business. So any of the ha and gaga, according to Strongbow, I'm going to steal some stuff from him. But I didn't. It's none of my business.
Mm-hmm.
Did I hear some certain things? Probably. Did I repeat them? No. It's really none of my business. Really don't care. Um, it's a drama thing. I've heard about it more later when I was out of the business or whatnot. Maybe I didn't see it because I'm not looking for it. I don't have time.
Right.
I'm there to wrestle. I'm not there for the drama. If I wanted that, I could contact Fox for a reality show, and maybe I could be on the Beverly Hills Housewives or something. I don't.
I like the sound of this. It's a good spinoff. I think we need to get this going. Did Skip ever, though, have any tendencies to say, like, listen, I put this guy over Wrestling Challenge at SummerSlam. Like, we keep doing this over and over as JR is yelling, Horowitz wins, Horowitz wins, Horowitz wins. But yet, is there ever a time when he's like, listen, I'm all for building this guy, but like, can we get back on track with what I was doing? Because he was doing well, and then eventually, when he ends with you, he does win the tag team titles. But it's like it's not the same thing as you had a great, underdog storyline versus Skip, who really didn't have any storylines.
Well, first of all, I met Skip in Smoky Mountain, and he was basic. He black trunks, black boots, Chris Candido.
Yeah,
The wrestling, his gimmick is I could wrestle. The same with mine. Same with Brad Armstrong. Same with Tommy Wildfire Rich. The list goes on and on. Brady Boone, Owen Hart, all these technical sound wrestlers. I'm going to tell you something about Skip. Unless he was a great actor, he was a mirror of me. It was a night off. No pulling teeth,
okay.
no egos, and a little tip I use on almost every interview to veterans to rookies. Real secret is to have a good match or a great, which I want to have a great match, get the match over. What does that mean? Not hurry up and get to the strip club. No, it doesn't mean that. What it means is get yourself over, get Skip over, get Earl Hebner over, and get the crowd over of 10,000 people in the Bayfront Center in St. Petersburg, Florida, or Madison Square Garden or the Boston Gardens. Get everybody involved. Unless you're told something else, Steve, Hey, we got to get you over. Do this. You don't do it, they'll get somebody that can do it, Steve.
Very good.
And I do what I'm told, unless it's illegal. I don't do that. I'm into wrestling and taking care of myself.
Because
So,
yeah, you hear
Skip
stories
was,
of people saying no.
what's that?
You hear stories. Obviously, in your situation is different, but you hear stories of like, "Hey, you're losing this person." No, 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 I'm not.
Well, there's two situations. There's two sides to that coin. This is my opinion. Number one, you're either a mark for yourself and you got an issue with your win-loss program. Maybe you need to quit wrestling. Hey, Dana White. Hey, can I get a UFC tryout? Sure. We put you in there with Brock Lesnar or something of that nature, and you get owned, stretched, and beat your ass in 7 minutes. Excuse me, 7 seconds.
Yeah.
Then you'll beg Vince a job back. Or you could go, do you want fries with that Coke at the drive-thru? So there's a many ways. And then there's guys that are going, I'm just being business. I'm protecting my gimmick. I do agree with certain things, but in this business, nothing's really going to hurt you, especially if you're a sound worker.
Mm.
Maybe it would damage it. You have to move on. Maybe you do have to stand up for yourself on certain things. But just to say no because you don't want to put somebody over, come on, guys. We're in the land of make believe. It is sportsmanship. It is a rough business. It's not what everybody thinks. As far as rough on the body and the mind and everything else. So, and people know, and your smart marks know. So you're trying to fool the smart marks, then you'll get real heat. See what I'm getting at?
Yeah, it's some. There's a famous Hulk Hogan. There's a famous Hulk Hogan tweet where it says, "Don't work yourself into a shoot, brother," and
Right. That's
it
right.
happens.
Yeah. Don't work yourself. Of course. Yeah. I mean, Jesus. I'll never understand some of that stuff. I don't know. I fulfilled my dream. I was doing what I'm told. Do I give a shit? Yes, I do. But to a point, you don't. And the point I do, it's irrelevant.
Right.
It's not like, oh, I don't care. If it was that, then you got some enhancement. They got a great job at IBM or Macy's or Amazon. And you know what? They want to do TV to show their friends. You could tell. They have the demeanor, the body's not the greatest, the ring attire's not the greatest, their work is limited. That's fine. That's not me. I want to be a career pro wrestler.
Yep.
Okay. And I've been doing this since 81. And I've been amateur wrestling since I'm 15. And then went to college at FSU. I mean, I wrestled there, didn't do well, but I had a chance to turn pro. And I also picked up a minor degree in my sports. I'm a certified sports nutrition as we speak.
Nice. Congratulations
Yeah, so
on that.
I have a little bit of both. So
Yeah.
it's good to do stuff like that. I could have went further. Would I have did better? I don't know, but I think it was fulfilling my dream, and I couldn't afford to stay at FSU for 4 years.
Right. Well, I think you did a great job in the WWF.